Hello everyone, and welcome to our 5D Ascension class. So that means if I can point my finger at it, the fifth dimension Ascension class. And these are free sessions, classes for an hour. I do them every 2 weeks, and they're designed to reach anyone who chooses to connect with them and learn what I teach for your highest good, love, and compassion of all. And the idea is that we pick a subject each week to focus on really helping you on your ascension journey. Typically, these are related to energy work and developing your psychic abilities. Today, we're focused on past life regression. And just before I go into some more depth of the practical itself, just like to say a massive thank you and hello. There's already 21 of you in the live stream, so hello everyone. Feel free to share as we go, share your experiences, and it's really lovely. Remember that what we're really doing in these classes is we're leading by example, and so when we share something about what we experienced, it's really powerful for others to receive. And even if, you just experience maybe some feelings or some remembrances or the odd kind of visual or imagination or whatever comes through for you, please do share it, because know that for those people that, aren't receiving the such depth and clarity that I do, um, having a broader spectrum, a more diverse range of experiences shared right here in the chat is hugely powerful. So thank you. There's also a playlist of all of these Ascension classes. And so there's quite a few now. And it's almost an entire free course that you can take. And if you look at and I can check this as well. If you look at the description of the video, you'll see there's a little playlist. And I will just copy and paste it into the chat because it's really handy to have that playlist. Yeah, there's now, as we speak, 11 class videos in there. So, when I teach this in the higher self foundational training, which is a kind of more thorough version of this, a paid training course actually starts on the 22nd of October, and there's 2 spaces left when I last looked. That course is 8 weeks, and it's one of these 1 hour sessions each week, just in more depth with a class of no more than 8 people. So here's a playlist I'll just put into the chat. How exciting. Okay, so let's get started. And I will be answering some questions such as what are past lives, um, and why would we want to visit one? You'll get to choose, make a lot of decisions as well yourself during today's practice. And for now, let's focus on creating a safe space, as always. Please do join me in creating the safe space, because this is really, out of all of today's class, the most important experience. So let's begin with a deep breath in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. Now focus your attention now on the very center of your heart, where your golden divine spark of your soul enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light upwards, up through the top of your head, up through into the sky, and up into the stars, all the way up to the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe. until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. There, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, this time, from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light downwards, down through the base of your spine and deep into the earth. Reach down all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And send so much love, if you choose to Mother Gaia, and allow her to send her love back. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the roots of your spine, and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, expand out your golden bubble of protective light to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind you. And set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good, love and compassion, can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you, and that all other energies and entities must leave immediately. Into your safe space, inviting your spirit guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Metatron, also Source and Gaia. Ask for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with accessing the Akashic records and integrating the experiences of today's session. And now, through space and time, create the golden bubble of protective light around all of us in the live stream and in the replay, no matter where and when we access this, inviting in only those that have the highest good love and compassion for all in their hearts. And I set the intention of the session space that only energies and entities with my permission and the highest good love and compassion of all can see us, access us, or exist within this session space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately, inviting in my spirit guide, my higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. And we're here today to help understand and to experience and access our past lives, at least one past life. And during the creation of today's session space, I was asking my guides, which technique should we use? For there are many to access your past lives. And so first, to explain a little bit about what is a past life, let's take a moment to just understand and feel into this definition. So past life, I often use as a term for any lifetime. It's not just lifetimes in the past. Imagine that the term past life also means past, parallel, present, and future. And what is beautiful about this is that I often imagine the whole of our lifetimes like a wheel. And at the center of the wheel is our soul. And then each lifetime is a spoke of the wheel connected from the center of our soul, just like your own lifetime just now. And it reaches out about halfway along the spoke is your higher self. And then from there, the rest of the half, the other half of the spoke, extends all the way out to the consciousness of your incarnation. And there are many of these different incarnations of you. and that they're all happening at the same time. Because really, linear time is an illusion, and that time and space is much more about frequency and emotion and consciousness than it is about any restrictive linear time. But for now, whilst many of us humans get our heads around this concept of past, parallel, present, and future, this quantum aspect of time, we refer to these somewhat lazily as past lives. So I encourage you for the rest of the session today, you do not need to just choose a past life. So when you have the choices to make about which lifetime you'd like to access, I'll make sure, and if I forget, you can choose by yourself a different lifetime, past, parallel, present, or future. It's the same process for all of these. And just to complete that visual of the wheel of our soul, the different spokes out to our higher selves and incarnations, also the outside of the wheel. And I keep seeing an old wagon wheel, a cart wheel, is that around the outside is this ring, it's the circle of the wheel. And this is also where all of us connect. So all of our past, parallel, present, and future lifetimes, for us individually, they are connected as well with each other, connected at the soul and connected around the outside. And this is why healing from our past lives, present, parallel, future, also affects our present because we're all interconnected. Okay. So let's go ahead now and take a breath and prepare to access one of our past lives, including parallel, present, or future. And I'd like you now to imagine our whole class in a circle. There's quite a few of us that join both in the live and in the replay. And over time, and we're forming a large circle. So each of us humans, we're all sat in a circle. And I'd like you to just be aware in the center of the circle, I brought in a column of source light from the highest dimension of source above. And this is to just help anchor in today's session to stabilize our experiences. And so I'm grounding that energy deep into the earth beneath us. And I'd like to draw your attention to the safe space you created around yourself. So this bubble, this protected bubble you created around yourself, it follows you wherever you go. It's always around you. So no matter what you experience today, across space and time, you're always within the safe space. It is also true for our session safe space. This will also follow you. It'll always be around you wherever you go. Okay. So now, please turn around. So you're going to no longer be facing into the center of the circle because we're not here to focus on each other. We're here to focus on ourselves. So we're each going to turn around now and turn around to face away from the center of the circle. So your back's to the center of the circle. And you may feel like I am that we're looking out into an empty space. This space is safe and you're only going to receive what you're ready to receive today. Now, from this darkness in front of us, please invite forwards one of your spirit guides to assist you and set the intention. Say, Spirit guide, please step forwards to me to support me with, for example, accessing a past life that I will benefit the most from experiencing, from witnessing. Okay. And now we're going to ask Archangel Metatron to assist us with bringing forward our doorways to our Akashic records. And excuse me while I drink some water. Okay, so now I'm asking Archangel Metatron to bring forward. So he's bringing forward a door for each of us, and know that everyone's door is different. It's really a door into our own Akashic records. The Akashic records are a record of all things across space and time. You can use the Akashic records as a portal and for many different uses, not just a library, a record. And today we're going to use it to access our past lives or another life across space and time. So as your door is brought forwards to you, please take a step closer to it so you can stand up. And with your spirit guide, you might wish to hold your hand of your spirit guide. Some people enjoy that. And don't worry if your spirit guide hasn't really shown themselves or made themselves fully visible. As I check around all our class, I'm just making sure everyone, first of all, has a door. And then secondly, you also have a spirit guide with you. Yeah, if anyone has released their spirit guides of their duties, now might be the time to invite one of them back, at very least for a trial period. And to do this, just say, I invite forwards one of my spirit guides to assist me today. Um, you can also add that they're hired. You've hired them back in. Okay, wonderful. Now take a walk closer up to your Akashic Records door. I often find it helpful to touch it, to feel the texture of the door itself, and to connect with it. This is your gateway to your own Akashic Records, all aspects of you. And when you're ready, take a look for the door, a way to open it. Some have locks or latches, sliding locks, padlocks. There's the whole range of different locks that many of us have. Some of them quite ancient, some of them more modern, more digital. And just open your Akashic Records, open your Akashic Records, open your Akashic Records. And saying it 3 times is a lovely ritual to access your Akashic Records. For anyone that's having challenges, Archangel Metatron, please assist them. And now that you've stepped inside of your Akashic Records, you can experience anything from, I often, for myself, see a kind of Harry Potter style library of lots of books flying around, but it totally varies each time I'm in here. And not everyone even has books. It's just a unique experience for everyone. Now ask Archangel Metatron to bring forwards a record, a book of the past life or another life from across space and time of yours and yours alone that will bring you the greatest experience at this time with the greatest messages or healings that will serve your highest good at this time. And ask for that book to be brought forwards to you. And you can just open up your hands. And I often like to receive the book as it's placed into my hands like this. Take a moment to feel the texture of the book. Often we write a title on the book itself. The book itself may be dusty, or it may have different colors. It may look quite modern and clean and tidy. Others may look completely ancient and prehistoric, and everything in between. And remember, these lifetimes aren't just on Earth. Many of us, maybe all of us, that are here today have had lifetimes across many different planets. Okay. And you can just scan your hand across the book and read the title if you feel there's a title there. I often enjoy touching it, touching any writing, just feeling it. If you can't quite make it out, or even if you're not really sure about the feeling of the book being there, ask your spirit guide to come over and to help out, help you identify it, help you experience it. For some people, holding the book against their heart or just holding both hands against their heart can really help. Okay, so we're setting the intention now for this book to open up, to unlock itself, this record to open up and to show a page which represents the year, date, or time frame for your highest good. And now place the book on the floor respectfully. Just lay it down gently at your feet. And I'm going to ask Archangel Metatron to access each of those lifetimes. So he's going to create a doorway into the book, a little bit like you imagine yourself jumping into the book, although we're going to make it even easier than that. We're going to I'm asking Archangel Metatron to project out from your book. Imagine your book is actually a projector coming up from the floor, like a holographic display. It's now presenting you with another doorway. This is a portal that's being presented up in front of you now. And the portal is a way of accessing this past life or the lifetime you've chosen that serves your highest good. It's more than a projection. This is a portal to allow you to consciously step through and to access your past life. And I'm reminding you that no matter what happens, you're only going to experience what you're ready to experience. That you're physically still safe and sound in your human form, and that the safe spaces we've created, the one around yourself and then a one around the session as well, these will continue to support and protect you no matter where you travel in space and time. And importantly, remember at the start, our hearts, we connected down into the core of Mother Earth. Take a look down, maybe you'll still see that cord. Remind yourself, doesn't matter where you travel in space and time, that cord's always connected into Mother Gaia's heart. And you can pull on that cord to bring you back at any time. So you're always going to find a way back. Okay, good. So let's start now. And as you ask for the projection, the door, the portal of your Akashic record to be projected up for your past life now, or the lifetime you've chosen, allow the doorway to be shown. And ask your spirit guide to assist you in accessing this. For some of us, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. And for others, we've tried different things like portals, the 3 doors to past, present, and future, or highest vibration, current, and lowest vibration. There's also different ways of doing this through the Akashic records themselves. There's no limit to the ways that you can access yourself across space and time. When you're ready, please take the hand, paw, claw, whatever your spirit guide has, hold their hand and step through this gateway now. Step through this portal, this projection of the record, and step into this past life, the lifetime you've chosen to access for your highest good. For some of us, you're traveling quite far. So you're traveling quite far through space and time, and you may feel a lifting in your heart. Some of you are saying they're hearing a buzzing sounds, different colors swirling. And for some of us, it's been really quick, almost like you never left. And so the biggest thing to feel is to check in on the vibration of your heart. Does it feel really different? Does it feel happier and higher vibration? Does it feel lower, sadder, more fearful? Does it feel very similar to the way it is at the moment? And when you've arrived, so I'm just checking everyone's arrived. I'm asking Archangel Michael to keep an eye on everyone as well, wherever you travel in space and time, as your protector in addition to your spirit guide. Okay, good. Yeah, you've all arrived. So let's take a moment now to orientate ourselves. And this takes quite a lot of practice. If anything, this is, for many, one of the most challenging parts of the experience. So beyond my words and guidance, and beyond your own limiting beliefs, for we all have them, allow your heart to open and begin to perceive the landscape within which you've arrived. And let me help with some suggestions to help expand your awareness of the possibilities of where you are. You may be in the air, on the ground, beneath the ground, in an ocean. You may be in space. You may be on a spaceship. You could be in an underground facility. You could be anywhere in the universe, going right back to close to the dawn of the creation of this universe. You could be in the future or wherever you've chosen to travel to. You may be in a present timeline or a different timeline, almost the feeling of a parallel universe. These are all possible. Your consciousness is non-local, and you can remote view and travel to anywhere across space and time without limitation. Wherever you are, take a look out towards the horizon, really just as far as you can see. If you're in a room, that might just be to the wall. And take a look around you, 360 degrees. Take a look downwards and upwards. And as you glance downwards, have you retained your human form, or have you changed? Have you changed to be more similar to your past life? And that could be any form. It could be any animal, human, extraterrestrial. There's really no limitation. Now bring your attention closer to where you are now. So take a look perhaps of what you're standing on, what's around you in the immediate vicinity. And pay attention to all your senses. We all have different superpowers. So each of us are stronger in different senses in perceiving. And allow yourself to perceive with your smell, the sound, the vibrations, the feeling, the touch, what you see, what you taste. And allow your third eye to open as gently as it feels ready to perceive across all these different aspects. Okay, and once you've orientated yourself, let's ask your spirit guide. So ask our spirit guides to take us to where our past life is. And since this is a public class, and for many of us, we're quite new to it, please do ask your spirit guide to be gentle, to take you to a safe space near where your past life or the lifetime you've chosen is. And for you to experience, to see, to perceive anything that serves your highest good at this time. Ask them to take your hand now and to show you. And for many of us, I can see that your guide is taking your hand and you're lifting up. It feels like a bit like Peter Pan. You're being lifted up into the air and you're being floated quite quickly to the area where your past life is, the lifetime you've chosen to witness. As you get closer, so this is quite close for really all of us. It's not far to travel to your past life. As you get closer, just stop at a safe distance. And by safe, I mean you're not trying to get too much in their face or distract your past life too much. And the very first thing you can do, despite any other senses that you have that you're feeling about your past life, take a look at what's going on in their heart. Perhaps you'll hold out your left hand like you're listening with your left hand and just allow your left hand to receive the resonant energy from your past life. What is the most dominant emotion that they're feeling right now? And there's a whole range. Some of us are experiencing joy and very happy experiences. Others are experiencing much lower vibration, much darker emotions: shame, fear, anxiety, pain, anger, rage. We're all on a spectrum, right? There's no judgment here. We're all on a spectrum of low vibration to high vibration emotions and everything in between. To zoom out a little bit, your past life, and just pay attention to the form that they've taken. Are they human? Are they an extraterrestrial, like a galactic race, like Palladian, Lyran, Syrian, Reptilian, Arcturian? There's just like avian, there's just a long list, and there's no limit to the form that your past life could be taking. You could also be in any dimension. And take a look around and see, what are they doing? Who are they with? What is the activity that they're involved in just now? And how does, if you were to be able to kind of look deep within their energetics of their heart, their chakras, their nervous system, their meridians, the the electrical pulses across their body, like what's going on inside of them? How do they feel when they're around these others? And when you're ready, take a moment and approach your past life, the lifetime you've chosen, so that they're now aware of you. Now, if something more, especially if something more traumatic is happening, you can ask your guide and ask Archangel Metatron to freeze frame the experience. So to pause it, um, so that everything else that's going on stops, and yet your past life is still active. So why don't we just do that anyway for all of us, just for consistency, so we all have the same experience, or at least similar themes, and it's safe for us all. So just pause anything that's going on just now. I'd encourage you to be responsible, in that it's very tempting, especially if you experience something traumatic happening to your past life, to want to intervene. I want you to know that it wouldn't have mattered today if you did or didn't come to this session, you did or didn't visit this past life or this lifetime you chose. Know that in many respects it's already happened, it's already happening, it just is. And whilst you might choose to make efforts to intervene, know that the real interventions are not outside of what's happening to your past life. It's what's happening inside. And that's what you're here to both receive and, if you choose, to help with. So ask your past life to approach you, get them to step forwards and to come closer and closer to you, maybe within about a meter or so of you. So it's quite an intimate proximity it's in your safe space. And take a good look at your past life from top to tail, from their head down to their feet, or whatever form they've taken. Just scan down them. Now let's have a dialogue. Now this is unique for each of us, so I'll try and offer some questions to be able to help expand your conscious awareness. And also, if you're listening to this while you're sleeping, or you're feeling, even though you think you're quite consciously awake, just encouraging my voice to connect with your mind and with your subconscious and your body, to help participate in this, even if you are fully sleeping at this time. And note that we've only invited in you. This is a past life. This is a version of you. No other being, nothing else is allowed in your space at this time. And let's ask these questions. So please place your left hand on your heart for receiving. And after each question, I'll give space for you to receive the answer from your past life. Past life, what are you feeling right now? Past life, where and when are we? Past life, what messages do you have for me for my highest good at this time? Past life, how can I help you the most at this time? Past life, do you consent to my healing at this time? Wonderful. Now, if your past life has said yes, then and they do want a healing at this time, then please do go ahead with these next steps. If they haven't, just listen along. It's only a few minutes, and know that you can repeat this practice for any of your lifetimes, past, parallel, present, future. Okay. So, if and only if your past life has consented to healing, please invite down now a column of source light from the highest dimension of source above to just above the crown chakra of your past life and yourself. And with your spirit guide's assistance, set the intention to clear, to heal, to energize, to activate. And I'd like you to expand this, so split this source light out now from one central column out to 2 points to above your crown chakra and the crown chakra of your past life. And with the intention now to clear, to heal, to activate, to release anything that no longer serves your highest good, and reach in to your own crown chakra and the crown chakra of your past life and pull out anything that doesn't serve your highest good. And with your left hand, pass to Archangel Michael to return to source or never return here again. And then into your third eye chakra, reaching into your past life and your own, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good for Archangel Michael to return to source or never return here again. Bringing that source light into your throat chakras for your past life and yourself, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good, passing it to Archangel Michael to return to source or never return here again. Down into your big, beautiful heart, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good to return to source or never return here again. Down into your solar plexus for your past life and yourself, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good to return to source or never return here again. Into your sacral chakras, so the navel, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good from your past life and yourself, and return to source or never return here again. And then finally into the root chakras of your past life and yourself, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good, and return to source or never return here again. And importantly, ground now the energy. So both of these columns, these individual columns that you've split out from one column of source light, and reach it deep into the earth. And if you can, bring those two columns together. Now, you may not be on planet Earth, you may be in space even or anywhere in the universe, but just allow those energies to ground. And so if your past life is on a different planet, to allow them to ground into the very core of their own planet. And for if you're on a ship, for example, or in space, you may choose to ground in through the nearest star, the center of the nearest star or planet that feels right for you. And just feel that going down through your root chakras and deep into the earth of Mother Gaia also. And the reason this works is that as you connect in with the very core of any planet, just feel, or star, feel their own source connection. You're really grounding into the same, you're connecting into the same aspect of source across the entire universe because we are all one. Good. And then bringing in that highest vibration of source from the highest dimension of source back down through your chakras of both your past life and present life, and just clearing, healing, energizing, assisting with any activations, and releasing anything that no longer serves your highest good down through your root chakras and releasing to return to source or never return here again. Okay. So if you choose to, you can pause this video. You can even pause the live stream and spend a little bit more time with your past life. So if you want to just explore a bit more with them about while you're still in the safety of the safe space, about any questions you have, any activations. And some more advanced techniques you can do is, for example, connecting each of your chakras with source light from the highest dimension of source above, from, for example, your crown chakra to your past life. You can also, and you can do this in a very human way, if your past life consents, go and give them a big hug, like hold them close. And remembering this is an aspect of you, it's an aspect of your soul and your consciousness. Squeeze them, give them a big squeeze and say, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for this experience. And you may even give consent, especially where integration is required when you're doing healing. Squeeze them so hard that you feel like they're actually blending in with you. And you're asking all that ancient wisdom and knowledge, or from wherever they are, from across space and time, to integrate with you. And just feel that love, that beautiful self-love. Just give yourself a big squeeze and embrace. Well done, dear soul, for doing this. Okay. And then when you're ready, ask your past life to take a step back and thank them. Thank them so much for their service. Thank you for everything that they've done to support you. And thank them for any messages, anything that they've relayed to you. And encourage in your conscious awareness while you're here in this past life, encourage your heart and your mind to remember the important messages and experiences so that they're not just lost to this session. And when you're ready, your spirit guide now will escort you back to your Akashic record doorway through which, the portal through which you came. And so just take their hand, claw, paw, whatever they have, and ask your spirit guide to return you back now to where you entered this space. And we'll just take a moment because some of you have quite far to travel. Oh, we're already there. Okay, that's good. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. And then pay attention now. So we're facing into our doorway, our portal of our Akashic records. And with Archangel Metatron's assistance, now just check, it's always good to be cautious and just double check. So the only beings that should be with you at most are you, your spirit guide, Archangel Michael may be with you, and Archangel Metatron. We also did invite Archangel Raphael into the session. No other beings, please. Don't bring forwards any other beings through this portal. And not all of them, including Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, they don't really need the portals to travel. They can very easily jump themselves across space and time. But whoever came through the portal, please now let's return back through our Akashic record portals. So just open up the doorway and step through it. And you may feel that sensation now of you traveling through. Some of us are quite short distances, like you've just literally just stepped through a door. Others were experiencing sparkling colors, like we're going at hyperspace, hyperspeed. And that one of you is hearing like really strong buzzing in their ears. And then as soon as you land back down at the place where you started in your Akashic records, just check when you arrive, first of all, that you're there. Your spirit guides come with you, importantly, any of the archangels that you invited with you. And just close the door behind you. I often imagine a little lock. It doesn't need to be super strong. It's just a clear intention that you've locked it now so that no other beings can randomly take advantage of it. Okay. And so turn around and do thank your spirit guide. I'm sure we'll thank them again, but thank them and thank Archangel Metatron for all his help. He's been really helpful and in such detail. And I'd like you to ask Archangel Metatron to close down this portal. So to bring it down back into the record, the book on the floor. If you take a look on the floor, it was being projected out of the book. And once it's in there and firmly, the portal itself is closed, please pick up your book once more and take a look because it's already changed. It's already changing. I can see mine is quite dramatically changed. And it's changed because your conscious awareness observed it. It's this condition of our consciousness that whenever we observe, we change what we observe. And this is what's happened in your case also. And so that's why it's so important to have really nice, clear, clean spaces and very focused intentions so that we don't just go in and cause a lot of mayhem unintentionally anyway. Okay. And then when you're ready, close the Akashic record. And some of you did have yours locked previously, so you may wish to put the lock back onto the record on the book cover. And take a look once more at the cover of the book, and you can just dust it off a bit and take a look. See if there's any changes you want to make to the title. It may have already changed itself. And when you're done, ask Archangel Metatron to come over now, step forwards, and to take the book from you, the Akashic record from you, and return to your Akashic library. I'm not sure I should repeat what Archangel Metatron just did with mine for a laugh, but he was like kind of chucking it behind him on the floor. There I go. There, I said it. He's picking it up and organizing it. Thank you. That's really helpful. And before we leave the Akashic record, please just take a scan around. Just really take a moment to observe in a bit more detail. Now you've grown a little bit more confidence and exposure to your Akashic records. While you're in here, just have a little look around and see what's going on. This is a construct of your consciousness and all the living things that your consciousness has done across thousands of incarnations for many of us. So there's a lot here. It's a whole universe of you. And it also includes this lifetime. So you can come in here and visit, for example, you can ask for a book of, I would ask for me a version of me age 6, you can also ask these versions of yourself to step forward. So you don't have to always be the one that goes to them. You can ask them to appear in the record, in the book, or even to step out of it into projection of them, a bit like a mirror of you. And imagine that mirror changing to be that younger version of you. And you could have a whole conversation with them. There's great magic held within our childhoods and so much more for us to unlock, so much that we've suppressed since then. And yes, there's the traumas too, but there's also great, beautiful, broad, high vibrational magic play and discovery to explore. Okay. So with this, let's take a moment now to thank Archangel Metatron because we're going to leave our Akashic records. So just make sure it's all nice and tidy. They haven't left a mess because, next time you're here, you want it to look pretty reasonable for yourself. Sweep away any cobwebs, clear any mess that's left over. Um, okay, and now turn around and unlock your Akashic Records door and step back through into the space where we started. You've always remained in your safe space. This is just the location where we started. Close your door, lock it if necessary. Sometimes I leave a little message for myself. I say, I love you, Jon. It's written loads of times, almost like a tag to set a tally of how many times I've been here. You can write what you want to yourself. You can graffiti your own Akashic Records door. It's your choice. And now ask Archangel Metatron to close your Akashic Records, close your Akashic Records, close your Akashic Records. And he's taking away our doors now. He's returning them back to our Akashic Records. Okay. And with your spirit guides' help now, please orientate yourself back into the circle, this circle of where we started, and take a moment to orientate yourself. You might be a bit tired. You want to sit down or to stand. It's your choice in the circle of our group. And so I'd like you, for those of you, especially in the live stream, if there's anything you'd like to share, if you'd like to type in, even just saying if it was lovely, you enjoyed it. Some of you have already shared some experiences, so thank you so much for that. There's some, so I'm not really sure about the exact context because I'm not going to read out every single comment, but some they're all really lovely, and some of you have been talking with each other, and others have been saying like Felicia. Can I say your name properly? Felicia is saying we are walking trees, and so are spinning our wheel, and where it lands is what experience we'll have. Yeah, it's like that. It's like a Vegas wheel. That's right. Like the spinning wheel. A parallel. Red Five says a parallel reality wheel, like in Las Vegas. I love that. And mine came to me at the beginning. Walking trees, we would retract our roots like electric cords and move. Oh, Felicia, that's so beautiful. And you were saying you were playing it, you're falling asleep. You have to trance yourself more, and more will come through. And I would say that many of us, especially with my voice, will go through, will want to fall asleep. And what's good about that, and if you're sleeping right now, if you're still listening to this and sleeping, to talk to your subconscious and your conscious mind, I'd encourage you to continue to sleep after the session ends. And it's a really beautiful way of feeling into and reconnecting with these aspects of you, these dimensions of you, and know that sometimes there's real reason and purpose why you fall asleep. And it can be because your body needs the rest. When our computers, for example, go through upgrades, when they download an update, they need to go offline for a little while, do the upgrade, and then reboot and come back online. And so this is a really lovely experience as well. So please don't discount it. Sleeping through these sessions can be even more powerful. Plus it's free, so you've not missed out, right? You can just watch the replay again. IT Services says, when I opened the door, thousands of small white flashes just flooded, and white fishes just flooded, couldn't go through. Oh, thank you for sharing. Catherine L says, I wasn't able to visualize myself, but I felt very tired and needed to lie down, and I might have fallen asleep a bit during this. I did ask my spirit guide to assist me, and I did do the clearing. So well done. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Red 5 says, a tribe of people were waiting for me. I was asleep in a teepee. I'm a medicine woman. She is dreaming of me, and I am dreaming of her. Oh, that's so powerful. She is in 1095. Wow. Stacy says, John, your technique is so spot on. I went to Lyra. Woohoo! I will share my whole experience in the comments. It was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you. um, and then there's also KD. Wow, thanks. As before the live, I feel I was doing this a different way. Um, yeah, I was me, a soul before birth, and observer effect, as before this was the same message. Um, Thanks, and yes, we are walking trees. That's wonderful. Um, and Catherine Ellison says at the end, I was looking at my Akashic Records room. A larger black dog with pointy ears flashed by me. Very cool. Although the emoji kind of looks a bit like, what was that? Um, and oh yeah, Stacey says Harry Potter Library, as you were saying it. There's so many comments. Thank you so much for sharing all this. Char says, hello, Char. That I had much difficulty visualizing. However, I cried a lot. Cried hugging past life. So much love. So many comments, and I'm clearly not reading them all out as I'm close to finishing. But thank you so much. Please do put them, as you guys suggested, put them in the live stream and in the comments of the video itself. It's so powerful. Now, this is the most important bit just before we finish. The most important bit out of all of today's session is gratitude. Gratitude is up around 500 hertz, and then shame and fear, they're way down at like, 20, 50 hertz. So there's an order of magnitude difference between gratitude and these kind of fearful, shameful states. The shame emotion might be, oh, I didn't experience anything. Oh, I got a bit bored, or I didn't believe any of it, or, whatever it is that you're feeling, share it because it brings it up out of shame. And even better, please do extend so much gratitude to yourself. Well done, dear soul. Say to yourself, thank you for trying this, investing the time and hours. It's a lot of time, and as we heard, it's across time and space. Like, you've made a huge effort and a huge amount of energy, so invested a huge amount of energy. So thank you so much, and also thank spirit guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metron, especially. Source and Gaia, thank your past life, the lifetime you've chosen. Thank you, every soul that's participated in today's session. And even if you received absolutely nothing, thank yourself and thank all these beautiful beings because they're trying their very best to help you. And every time you give some feedback, you say it out loud, you celebrate it, these all really help you on your journey. Okay, so when we're ready, please remain in your individual protective bubbles for as long as you choose. And I ask you now, together with your guides, to step outside of the shared session space today and remain in your individual protective bubbles as I close the session space down, making sure all the Akashic records are closed, the Akashic records are closed, the Akashic records are closed. And return to source or never return here again. It was a bit dusty, so just dusting off my hands. And to you all, thank you so much. Thank you. This is my new camera, so you often see me like talking. I'm looking down like this. I need to, if I adjust it like this, I'm closer to looking at it, looking at you guys in the eye. And thank you so much for sharing this magical experience with me. It's such an honor. All your love and support is greatly appreciated. It is the very way that you support me through engaging with my videos, sharing, commenting, and also your very kind donations that help support my channel, and also, of course, signing up for sessions if you're interested in a one-to-one session with me. you can also book one of those. And these are, frankly speaking, these are funding the ability for me to do these low cost free sessions with you all to the masses. So thank you so much for your continued love and support. Book a session with Jon. And as I said earlier, there is the playlist towards the beginning. It's also in the description of all these fifth dimensional Ascension classes. Please do take a look at all those. They're all free, and it's just such an honor to receive you at this time and to teach you. And I look forward to continuing to do these every 2 weeks. So keep an eye out on this page, my live stream page on YouTube, and also my weekly newsletter. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Sending my love from Scotland. I love you. Bye.